Okay, now onto the US dollar against the Swiss franc, along the US dollar against the Swiss franc. You can see after I entered, it's gone absolutely smashed, and I was lucky to kind of get out within this area. Now, potentially, are we seeing a bit of a bottoming out coming into play? Um, well, from the long-term monthly perspective, it's still looking like it's a very nice breakout pattern forming. But of course, on the daily chart, we're not really sure exactly what's going on. It's kind of failed to break out, got absolutely smashed. It's come down now here, and well, this is also another trade that's a bit up in the air, but I would be looking to potentially add to my position. And really, what it comes down to is that I'm just underexposed in the US dollar, 0.64% US dollar against the Swiss franc, 0.72% short Australian dollar against the US. Not a lot of long US dollar exposure. May be a good idea to increase that exposure. I think there is potentially a little bit of this move being overdone, so I'll be looking to play a bounce. At the end of the day, I'm looking at a 2-year time frame just to play the interest rate differential as well and get a bit of positive carry in the portfolio. System-wise, I think, as I explained just then, I need more US dollar exposure. Correlation-wise, once again, that's going to help my US dollar exposure by increasing my exposure to the long US dollar. Technical-wise, it is at a support point after an extreme drop, so I think this is a pretty important point to watch. Intermarket-wise, it has been fairly inconclusive as to where the US dollar is gonna go right now. So the euro against the US dollar, potentially US dollar could reverse again, not entirely sure. Pound against the US dollar, this is a little bit of a different story because the pound's just been getting absolutely whacked anyway, so I'm not sure if that's such a good indicator of US dollar strength versus an indicator of weakness in the pound. Now, the US dollar against the yen, we're seeing that kind of come down. It has bounced a little bit back up, but the overall trend does seem to be pretty bearish in the short term. So, looking at Australian dollar, once again, a bit of weakness in the Australian dollar compared to strength in the US dollar, I would say. Now, here we've got actually a bit of weakness in the US dollar, so it's pretty inconclusive right now, and it's a bit hard to tell. So I think at the end of the day, there's a 30% chance this just goes nowhere, 20% chance that it does go to 0.98, a 10% chance it goes to 0.99, 10% chance it goes to 0.965, and 30% chance it goes to 0.96. Now, if the price does move up, I'll hold. Moves down, I'll leg out quickly. At the end of the day, I think I might have been a little affected by what happened with my last US dollar Swiss franc trade, which was actually the biggest loss I've taken so far, and therefore may have made me a bit more cautious, which is not a bad thing. But at the end of the day, I think in this situation I'd be looking for a bounce. I think I will try and play a bounce if I see that happening, and really how that might be happening is if we see a bullish price action in this at the very beginning of the week. So that's it for the US dollar Swiss franc. Thanks for listening.